PC gaming right now is stacked. Like, I'll just try one game stacked, and suddenly it's 4 a.m. and you're questioning whether food or sleep is still necessary. The sheer amount of absolute bangers sitting on Steam and Epic is criminal, and honestly, your wallet should probably file a restraining order. From open worlds that eat your life like a black hole to horror games that make you side-eye your hallway at night, we're counting down 25 of the best PC games you can play right now.
Let's start with a game that proves rats have more ambition than half the people on LinkedIn. This thing doesn't just give you a couple of rodents in a basement. No, it throws biblical swarms at you. Like nature said, what if carpet but alive? The whole time, you're basically dodging rivers of furry death while trying to keep your sanity. And the graphics? Gorgeous. Like, oh wow, the sunset looks nice. Shame the entire ground is moving. It's one of those games where you pause to admire the view, and then remember, you're basically standing on a living buffet line of teeth.
That seems to keep them busy.
Are you sure?
Another ham should be enough. Come on.
Next, we have a game that makes you terrified of turning off your desk lamp. It's horror, but not cheap jump scare horror. It's the kind that whispers sweet dreams and then keeps you up until 3 a.m. questioning your wallpaper pattern. The atmosphere is so heavy, it feels like you're gaming under a weighted blanket soaked in anxiety. The story throws you into this blend of crime novel and nightmare fuel that feels so immersive you'll start double-checking your hallway for plot twists. And let's be honest, no game has ever made flashlights feel like the Excalibur of household items quite like this one.
Shit!
Now we move to a game where the phrase, "let's climb that," becomes a daily mantra. Sand, pyramids, temples. Everywhere you look, it's like a travel agency commercial that forgot to mention the random crocodiles trying to eat you. Combat feels slick, exploration is addictive, and the just one more side quest syndrome will eat weeks of your life. You'll spend hours just standing there watching the desert sun because somehow the sand looks more photogenic than you on your best day. It's history class if your teacher handed you a sword and said, "Good luck, champ." Then we've got the one that makes you truly believe you're a billionaire vigilante with anger issues. The combat flows smoother than your friend explaining why they accidentally ate all your pizza, and gliding through Gotham is therapy that doesn't require health insurance. The Batmobile is basically a tank with an identity crisis and wants to be subtle, but it screams chaos every time it enters the scene. Every corner of the city oozes atmosphere, so much that you'll almost forget you're supposed to be fighting crime and not just joyriding across rooftops while growling in a deep voice for no reason. Next, we land on a game that feels like someone dumped an entire mythology book into a blender and cranked the graphics up to ridiculous. Every fight looks like a trailer, every boss feels like it showed up just to ruin your week, and every swing has that sweet, "yep, I'm unstoppable" energy until you're not. It's equal parts jaw-dropping spectacle and soul-crushing beatdown, the kind of game where you celebrate beating one fight like you just cured a disease. Honestly, it's so good you'll find yourself rewatching your own gameplay clips like a proud parent who just discovered replay buttons.
Next is the game that looks like an oil painting, but hits like a bar fight. You're in this surreal fantasy world where every encounter feels like the developers said, let's make turn-based combat terrifyingly stylish. It's so pretty that half the time you're like, wow, this belongs in a museum. But then a boss smacks you so hard your keyboard needs therapy. Honestly, it's one of those games where you don't even mind losing because every defeat looks like you just got dunked on in the Louvre.
A storm is coming.
Next, we have the game that went from internet punching bag to, wait, this is actually amazing. Night City feels alive in the same way a nightclub bathroom at 3 a.m. feels alive. Loud, sketchy, and full of questionable characters, but you can't stop looking around. The customization, the chaos, the neon-soaked everything, it's like Vegas on too much caffeine. And don't even get me started on the soundtrack. It slapped harder than an unskippable YouTube ad.
Now here's the game that taught us zombies aren't scary until they move like a liquid tsunami of doom. You think you're safe, then suddenly a horde appears and it's like, well, bye, live here now. The bike is basically your best friend, your therapist, and your Uber all in one. The open world is packed with just enough chaos to keep you paranoid, but also calm enough to trick you into thinking you're just out for a scenic ride until, you know, the forest tries to eat you alive.
Bunch of goddamn dumbasses, the lot of them. What are they thinking? Hey, Mr. Fed, can we sit here and wait till the goddamn horde comes through and just kills us all?
Bad way to go out, trapped in a shithole like this.
Then we've got the what if your moral compass was a QuickTime event simulator. Every single choice feels like you're either saving the future or ruining it forever. No middle ground. It's stressful in the most addictive way, like playing poker with fate. The branching storylines are so wild, you'll replay it just to see how badly you can mess up on purpose. Honestly, this game makes you second guess your real life choices. Like whether eating that third slice of pizza was the beginning of society's downfall. Next, a game where parkour meets, oh no, zombies again. You'll be running across rooftops like a caffeinated Spider-Man while dodging undead teeth trying to rearrange your face. Combat feels like you're playing whack-a-mole, but with actual stakes. And the night sections? Pure nightmare fuel. It's one of those games that makes you forget you were supposed to be doing missions because suddenly you're just jumping off buildings for fun like it's extreme sports gone wrong. And next is the game that doesn't respect your time, your patience, or your controller's lifespan. It's basically a vacation package where the brochure says adventure awaits, but forgets to mention that every bush, goat, and oversized bird wants you dead. The bosses? Pure trauma with health bars longer than your grocery list. And yet somehow, you'll keep coming back for more like you're in an unhealthy relationship with medieval pain. It's the only game where finally beating something makes you feel like you deserve a national holiday. Next, we have a game that says post-apocalypse, but delivers it with the enthusiasm of a Home Depot commercial. One second, you're crafting furniture like you're auditioning for a DIY show. The next, you're getting chased by radioactive bugs that look like they crawled out of your nightmares. The map is gigantic, full of distractions that derail you from literally every main quest. Honestly, it's less about saving the world and more about realizing that you accidentally built a 5-story shack with 50 chairs and no actual doors.
Now here's the game that thought, you know what this series needs? Less guns, more cavemen. And it works. You're out here bonking people with clubs, taming saber-toothed tigers, and throwing spears like you're auditioning for the prehistoric Olympics. It's savage, chaotic, and makes you wonder how our ancestors survived when they clearly didn't have a fast travel option. Nothing says immersion like sprinting barefoot through the wilderness while on fire because you accidentally held a torch too close to yourself.
Then we've got the game that flexes so much style, you almost forget it's also emotionally devastating. Every fight feels like a music video, every cutscene looks like it belongs on the big screen, and the soundtrack? Absolute goosebumps. It's one of those games where you spend 20 minutes in battle just to admire the sheer drama of it all. You don't play this one casually. It grabs you by the collar, dunks you in nostalgia, and then blindsides you with graphics so good you'll want to frame them.
Was it always this cold?
Not good. Everyone, keep your distance.
Next, we've got a game that turns photo mode into an actual addiction. You'll start by slicing through enemies like a stylish blender, but 5 minutes later, you're lost staring at flowers swaying in the wind, whispering, "This is art." Combat feels like choreography, exploration feels like meditation, and the vibe, straight up samurai poetry. The real danger isn't the enemies, it's realizing you spend 2 hours doing haiku challenges instead of progressing the story.
And next is the game that turns every fight into a full-blown rock concert of violence. The combat hits so hard you'll swear your controller vibrates out of pure sympathy. Every swing, every clash, every dramatic camera angle screams, yes, this is what gaming is supposed to feel like. And the set pieces absolutely are hinged. Half the time you're like, is this a boss fight or did the devs just make a movie and hand me the controller? Either way, it's chaos, it's beautiful, it makes every other action game feel like it needs a gym membership.
Next, we have the game that makes wearing headphones mandatory. Not for the sound quality, but for the sheer psychological demolition derby happening in your ears. The voices don't stop, the tension doesn't let up, and the atmosphere is so heavy it could crush a steel beam. It's haunting, it's surreal, and yet you can't look away. The combat isn't about spamming buttons, it's about surviving long enough to wonder if your own brain just joined the development team. Easily one of the most unsettling and unique experiences gaming has ever thrown at us.
Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Now here's the game that said, let's mix the apocalypse with robot dinosaurs, because why not? And somehow, it works perfectly. 1 second you're sneaking through tall grass like a hunter. The next, you're fighting a machine the size of a skyscraper and hoping your Wi-Fi doesn't drop mid-battle. The world is gorgeous, to the point where you'll get distracted just admiring a sunset right before being trampled by something with laser eyes. It's part survival, part exploration, and 100%, oh great, I've accidentally anchored a mechanical T-Rex again. Then we've got the game that's basically an excuse to punch history in the face while looking cool doing it. It's got that perfect mix of puzzle solving, frantic action, and oh no, everything is collapsing again! Every level feels like it was designed by a theme park engineer who hates safety standards.
You'll be dodging traps, swinging over pits, and smashing through bad guys while wondering if your insurance covers ancient curse-related injuries. It's chaotic, cinematic, and the perfect excuse to shout "Adventure!" out loud while your neighbors judge you.
Next, we've got the game where stealth means either you're a tactical genius or you got spotted, panicked, and decided explosions are also a valid strategy. The freedom is insane. You can sneak in like a ghost or parachute a goat into orbit just because the game lets you. The missions are addictive. The open world sandbox is ridiculous, and the AI still feels smarter than half the people you meet online. It's espionage, it's absurdity, and it's proved that sometimes cardboard boxes really are the ultimate tactical weapon. And next is the game that makes small village in Europe feel more stressful than paying taxes. Everything looks gorgeous right up until the locals show up with pitchforks and life advice you didn't ask for. The combat is crunchy, the tension is constant, and the inventory management, pure Tetris anxiety. Half the fun is just rearranging ammo like you're Marie Kondo with trust issues. And those boss fights? They're less fight for survival and more, congratulations, you now live inside a Fiendler Drim with tentacles. Next, we have the game that laughs in the face of your free time. You log in for one quick quest, and suddenly it's 3 days later and you've accidentally solved a mystery involving goats, kings, and political conspiracies you didn't even know existed. The map is bigger than your commitment to gym memberships. And every side quest feels like a full-blown HBO series. It's basically an RPG buffet. You can fight monsters, gamble, play card games, or just ride your hoist into the sunset while questioning your life choices. Now here's the reboot that said, let's throw every single disaster possible at you and see if you survive. Falling rocks, collapsing caves, fire, arrows, explosions. It's basically a PowerPoint presentation of suffering. The action is non-stop chaos, the set pieces feel like a theme park designed by maniacs, and the vibe is pure adrenaline. It's the kind of game where you finish a mission, sit back, and realize you've been holding your breath for 10 minutes straight, like you're part of this nut team. Then we've got the game that's basically a treasure hunt mixed with a comedy show, but on steroids. The climbing is so good, you'll start looking at your own furniture like, yeah, I could scale that. Every level throws some new spectacle at you. Explosions, car chases, collapsing buildings. It's like the devs had a checklist of coolest things humans can imagine and decided to check all of them twice. It's slick, it's stylish, and it makes you wish your life had more conveniently placed ropes.
Don't telegraph so much.
That's not nice.
And finally, the game that makes you forget it's a game and tricks you into becoming a part-time cowboy. You'll spend hours fishing, grueling your horse, and drinking in saloons instead of actually progressing the story. The level of detail is absurd, like, oh cool, my character gets mud on their boots, absurd. The gunfights are cinematic chaos, the landscapes look like postcards, and the pacing? Let's just say this game respects patience more than your boss does. It's less play a game and more live an entire second life in the Wild West. And there you have it, 25 of the absolute best PC games you could play right now. From epic RPGs to heart-stopping adventures, this list has something for everyone. Which of these have you already played, and which one's next on your list? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more gaming goodness.